quickly in Beijing in sweltering heat, then it would still be a very, very high caliber time. And I know a lot of athletes too, having seen the coverage of the women's race, have been reminded how complex this course is with all the twists and turns on the big lap. And I think a lot of the big names will therefore want to be up at the front, and that in itself, Craig, I guess suggests that the course will be, that the pace will be fast.
Showed us in Beijing. Runners can run even in difficult conditions, whether it's the conditions of the course or the conditions of the weather. Let it be said, while I'm sure the fans are happy that it's not raining today, it is warm out there. It's particularly warm in the sun. I was out and about with the athletes as they were warming up, and in the shade there's a cool breeze, but when the sun is shining, it's very, very hot.
Sibutai of Kenya, flanked by two of the three Americans, Abdirahman and Med Kaplesky. Third American is the U.S. Olympic Trials champion in 2008, Ryan Hall. There you see on the right is Kaplesky, 37 years old, and just behind on the left was Abdirahman in his fourth Olympics. And there's Kaplesky, 37 years old here in the marathon. He became, at 36, the oldest winner of the U.S. Marathon Trials this past January.
Olympic silver medalist in 2004, back on the Olympic team 8 years later. And you can be sure that the Americans have debriefed their female counterparts. Shalane Flanagan, who, like the leading men right now, ran up front in a somewhat brave race in the early going, said after the race that the twists and turns and ups and downs were really, really hard, that it took an impact on her muscles. And so that sort of information would be useful to the men as they prepared for this race.
By Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament, they'll head down Westminster Bridge and make a U-turn and come back with then Parliament and Big Ben on their left after they make the U-turn here.
Well, 4:53 for the first mile. That's around 2:08 pace, 2 hours and 8 minute tempo. This little U-turn here is negotiated only on the first small lap. In future, when they come along the river, and they'll take a straight right there by Big Ben, the Houses of Parliament, and head off towards Buckingham Palace. So this is the only time we'll get this shot. That's why it's in there, but this course is just another twist and turn. There's over 90 turns in this course, Craig, and I know there's one or two people saying that, the muscle mass and agility start becoming a significant factor. Never mind about, the climbs and the drops on each of those big laps.
So the men's marathon underway through the streets of London. Abdirahman and Med Kaplesky, the Americans, right among the leaders here early.